country. And you think you can come in here and do whatever you want! And now, to top it all off, you bring that thing back with you! I can't. I'll never forgive you!
Well, well, aren't you a spirited one? I take it you're a local. But really, what are you going to do about it? Just going to take all that righteous rage and charge in alone?
If that's what it takes, then yes. But I'm not the only one who calls Crossbell home. The special support section will fight too. There's no way the SSS will let the likes of you run free!
The special support section, hmm? Well, they certainly would be quite the opponents, but I believe they're a bit tied up at the moment, courtesy of His Excellency, the Governor General. Huh?
Don't misunderstand. It isn't as though we have them chained up or anything of the sort.
How could you? Why would you?
Don't you get it? It's so they can't go and save the day. The special support section, the heroes of the past, are now nothing more than a nuisance to the Empire. But they can't charge them with anything and lock them up, because that would anger all the dear little citizens. So they're just going to stop them from helping, making them slowly fade from people's minds until they're completely forgotten. Though in actuality, they could wipe those nobodies out at any time if they really wanted to.
Kinda leaves a bad taste in my mouth, though. Always wanted to go around with the Divine Blade of Wind.
Yuna.
Are you all right?
All done with your little objections? If so, we'll finally be taking our leave.
Later, Kruger. See you around, Ashen Kid. The debaucherous prince, too.
Once our experiment is successful, we'll come say hello again. I can't thank you enough for being such excellent company this fine evening.
Well, the immediate threat has passed, but I suppose it's time for our hero to get to work.
You.
Why?
Yuna?
What are you...
Why are you all trying to take away our pride? You occupied us, dragged us into your war with Calvert, brought those horrible cannons into our country. And now our light, our one last hope. Give it back! Give us our Crossbell back! The free city where anyone could dream! Give it back!
Randy, I'm glad I was able to hear about the support section from you.
Huh?
Honestly, I don't know if I can measure up. But Class 7 and I will take on your role.
Just leave the students to me, then. When it comes to communication, I'm sure 𝒔𝒕𝒏𝒂'𝒔 will be able to help, too. So, please, fix this mess for all of us.
Understood!
Instructor, you're going, aren't you?
Yeah. But this time, I'm not going to stop you guys from coming. I promised you, didn't I? That said, are you sure you're okay leaving Yuna here alone?
That's...
You're right. We can't do that.
I'm sure she's been way past her limit this whole time. Since the field exercise location was announced, even. I could give her temporary leave to go be with her family. But because the situation is the way it is, I want her to come to terms with things on her own. My hope is that she realizes what she should do. As a member of the branch campus, and as someone who loves Crossbell from the bottom of her heart. If possible, I'd like the three of you to catch up to me together.
I'm still a bit hesitant, but understood.
Take care of her. Oh, and I'd like you to relay a message.
Yuna, you should at least eat some breakfast. I brought you some porridge Sandy made.
Louise and Jessica are worried too. And not just them. The entire branch campus is concerned for you. Ourselves included, of course.
Why? Why didn't you two go with Instructor Rean? Didn't you want to go?
Of course we did, but we didn't think it was right to leave you behind. You may already be aware, but I was originally meant to attend the main campus. I would follow the same path as the other members of the Vander family in serving the Imperial family. I never once doubted that I would one day be given the honor of being appointed aide to Prince Cedric. However, last fall, the government suddenly decided to relieve the Vander family of its duties. The honor of protecting the royal family should not be monopolized by the nobility, they claimed. My brother was then shipped off to the outskirts, my father and uncle buried in military busy work, and I suddenly found my life's purpose gone. And so I made a rash decision and switched to the branch campus at the last minute.
Kurt.
To be perfectly honest, I barely knew a thing about Crossbell before this trip. At first, I thought being annexed into such a powerful country as Erabonia would be a relief to Crossbell citizens. However, pride in one's home isn't that simple. Compared to the helplessness you and the people of Crossbell must feel, my troubles seem like nothing. Once I realized that, I decided I couldn't leave you here alone.
I have trouble understanding why you're feeling like this, Yuna. I never had a hometown, nor was I born from biological parents. I suspect I was created so as to experience as little emotion as possible.
What?
But hearing you last night, I experienced a strange feeling in my chest. Then Instructor Rean asked if I was okay leaving you here alone, and that is the reason I am still here.
Allie. Unlike you two, I don't have a good reason for staying behind. I know what I should do. Regardless of what's going on, I just need to grit my teeth and keep moving. I know that, but my reason is just my own selfishness. A year and a half ago, the Empire took over Crossbell without any bloodshed. Of course, Calvard wasn't about to let that stand. Their military strength is about even with Erebonia's. Calvard's armored aviation divisions are full of highly mobile tanks and gunships. They invaded Crossbell to try and drive out the Imperial Army. The Imperial Army held them off with their Panzer Soldats, but during the first few battles, there were a number of gunships that broke through the front lines. Because the occupation was so sudden, most of the citizens were in a panic. Most people fled the city, hoping they'd be away from the fighting in rural towns or remote mining villages. We had the same idea and tried to at least get Ken and Nana to safety in Armorica village. I had just gotten back from the police academy and got an acquaintance to help drive us to the village. That's when it happened. On the way there, we encountered a Calbardian gunship. It was hit by Imperial fire, and I'm sure the pilot started to panic. It started firing at us. Even though we were clearly not a military transport, our driver tried to maneuver around it, but the vehicle took a hit and we were all thrown out of it. It was frustrating. I felt so powerless. All my training at the police academy didn't help one bit. I threw myself on top of Ken and Nana, swearing I'd make sure at least they survived. And then a gray shadow swooped down on us. It looked like a giant statue of a knight had come to life. With one swing of its sword, it cut off the gunship's rotor, letting it land a ways away. And just like that, we were saved.
Are you all right? Is anyone injured?
I heard the voice of a young man coming from inside the giant knight. I found out later. That was the first official mission of the man now known as the Ashen Chevalier. Why are you all trying to take away our pride? Give it back! Give Give us our Crossbell back! The free city where anyone could dream! Give it back! I've wanted to thank him this whole time, but I couldn't. I couldn't do anything to save my family. I felt so powerless, and I ended up pinning my frustration on him. And that's what led to this.
I see.
I understand now. Yuna, you just want Instructor Reen to acknowledge you. I think I'm the same. When I accompanied him on his missions, I was tasked with monitoring and supporting him. But he treated me like a child, kept risking himself to protect me, and took on all the burdens himself. I felt so useless.
I'm no different. All I've wanted is for him to recognize my sword skills. I know I still have far to go, but I feel like what happened in Sutherland helped me grow, at least a little. Yuna, I believe this is your opportunity to grow.
Huh?
My hope is that she realizes what she should do. As a member of the branch campus, and as someone who loves Crossbell from the bottom of her heart. If possible, I'd like the three of you to catch up to me together. Take care of her. Oh, and I'd like you to relay a message.
Instructor Reen left you a message. I'll play it now.
Yuna, the members of the Special Support Section are, without a doubt, heroes. I can't help but think each one of them are truly great people. Him included. But are you okay with simply looking up to them forever? Right now, they're trapped, unable to protect their home. So who's going to be the one to protect Crossbell in their absence? But are you okay with simply looking up to them forever? Right now, they're trapped, unable to protect their home. So who's going to be the one to protect Crossbell in their absence?
Seriously? He's always so... I know that already. Does he really think I need to hear any of that crap from him?
From the sound of it, we're ready to go now. We already have the location, so...
Come on, we wasted enough time here. Let's get going already.
Huh?
Musei and Dash?
What are you doing here?
Got permission from Randolph to tag along.
As for me, I asked Instructor Toa to assign me as your support.
I would have come too if I were able.
Me too. Oh, if only I was able to fight.
Louise and Jessica are one thing, but... How long were you two listening?
Didn't expect you all here so soon.
You used a few sneaky little tricks to find this place, didn't you?
Sheesh. It's fine if you're excited. But if you go overboard, you'll end up destroying the tower too.
I'm still a bit ticked off that Abyss hasn't shown herself yet. Gotta work out this frustration somehow. He's coming.
I know.
I remember this intense power.
Celine, help me! Right. We'll seal those black flames away somehow!
Been waiting for this for over a year! Make me turn up the heat! Just as much as the Radiant Blade Master did!
The blazing demon. So this is the power the Viscount faced.